Teams have already begun preparing for the quarter-finals of the 2014 CHAN tournament in South Africa. The peak of the matches promises to be Morocco's clash against the Africa Cup of Nations winners Nigeria. Although the Morocco team respects Stephen Keshi's team and the recent achievements, there is a growing confidence in the Morocco squad that they can beat Nigeria and make it through to the semi-finals.
One feature of this African Nations Championship is that the teams have been utilising the training facilities in some of the lesser glamorous locations. Morocco's training base is in Guguletu, and it appears to be an arrangement that is working for them. The Atlas Lions finished top of their group after battling to a victory against Uganda in their final match, and confidence is high ahead of their quarter-final with Nigeria.
First of all, our camp is in good spirits. We are well prepared for the next match against Nigeria. We will do our best to win and reach the semi-final, but we are also proud that we managed to make it out of the group, as for more than 10 years we have not qualified for the second round.
But the Morocco players are well aware that they will need to find another level this weekend when they take on Nigeria. They know the Africa Cup of Nations winners will ask questions of their physicality. The two sides have not met each other in a decade, so there's no real gauge, although Morocco did win 2 of the last 3 encounters, and the team say they're ready.
The Nigerian team began the tournament like us. They lost their first match, but we watched them against South Africa and they played very well. This match will not be easy for us, but we're studying their team to see their strengths and weaknesses, and we will play to qualify.
So can Morocco rise to the occasion here at the Cape Town Stadium and book a place in the last 4? If they do, it would be a significant achievement for this side, as after all, they have the Africa Cup of Nations to prepare for, which of course next year will be on home soil.
As you know, our country will organize the AFCON 2015, and we are in preparation to have a competitive team at that tournament, especially as it will be at home in front of our fans. Morocco has not won an AFCON in nearly 40 years, so this is a real opportunity.
But AFCON 2015 can wait. Morocco is eyeing a semi-final spot here, and if they can find a way past the CHAN favourites, they'll have a real chance of picking up some silverware, and Guguletu would have played a small part in that success. Dan Williams, CCTV, Cape Town.
After a grueling 2013 season that saw them produce impressive results, the Kenyan national women's volleyball team is back in training, seeking to book a place in this year's Volleyball World Cup. Among the teams they are expected to meet is Tunisia, whom Kenya last met at the 2013 Africa Cup of Nations, retaining their title by beating the North African side 3-0. The East African side has selected an 18-member team and hopes this year they can emulate their continental form on the world stage.
The Kenyan Queens have kicked their training into third gear, seeing as they will be hosts during the Pool U Volleyball World Cup qualifiers next month. Kenya is pooled alongside perennial rivals Tunisia, Seychelles, neighbours Uganda, Cape Verde, Senegal and Mozambique, and head coach David Lungaho is optimistic of results.
For now, we don't have new players in the team because these players were already registered to play through the qualifiers last year. So it's the same competition because it was divided into 3 phases. So we are using the same players who played in the last two rounds. So we are not bringing in any other player. But maybe if the team qualifies after we qualify, then as we prepare for the World Cup, we'll have a chance of injecting new blood in the team.
The key goal is a berth at this year's September World Cup tournament in Italy, and the side will prepare for the qualifiers with a series of friendlies.
We were expecting Botswana to come here, but they are still here to confirm if they will pass here so that we play a friendly match. But if they don't do that, then we'll have to do it with whatever teams we have in the country during the last week to have at least 1 or 2 friendlies.
And although the continental champions are expected to do well in Africa, they will undoubtedly be setting their sights on international competition where they are yet to firmly make their mark. Mahia Mutua, CCTV.
Roger Federer reaches his 11th straight Australian Open semi-final after a 3-1 win over Britain's Andy Murray in Melbourne on Wednesday. The Swiss, who hasn't won a Grand Slam since Wimbledon in 2012, stomped through the first two sets, 6-3 and 6-4, before Murray fought back to take the third set. But that would be all the resistance Murray, who underwent back surgery late last year, put up. Federer won the fourth set 6-4 to set up a semi-final against world number 1 Rafael Nadal. Nadal came from a set down to beat Grigor Dimitrov 3-1. It was a day of the upsets in the women's draw as defending champion Victoria Azarenka was knocked out by 5th-seeded Agnieszka Radwanska. Radwanska won 6-1, 5-7 and 6-love.